Hi, welcome to the stream. I'm Natty Rock. I have been covering the Gabby Petito case pretty much every day live streaming, so welcome, especially for my live stream people. We're going to talk a little bit about what's been going on with Gabby's case, kind of run through it a little bit. I don't have too much time today, so it's going to be a bit of a recap, but we're going to dive into this whole surveillance video from the campground that the Laundries stayed at, were said to have stayed at from September 6th to the 8th, and this whole thing about a new phone that was purchased, this burner phone that seems to have been purchased. So let's check it out.
Focused on the whereabouts of Brian Laundrie, and now also learning the Laundrie attorney confirming that a new phone was in fact purchased by the family, and it is now in the possession of the FBI. Hey there, folks. JB Buno here with you live on WFLA Now. A little bit later here today, we'll get into that. Great to have Josh Benson here with us live on WFLA Now as well. He's about to be on our 4 o'clock newscast. We encourage everybody to watch our 4 o'clock newscast, your NBC station here in Tampa Bay. That's, of course, us, WFLA News, Channel 8. We're about 25 minutes away from that getting underway. Josh, let's first and foremost break down this new information. This is coming from 2 great reporters here, as far as reporters that have been following leads on this story. This comes from WFLA's Nico Clemens. Additionally, it comes from News Nation's Brian Enton. Let's talk about Nico Clemens first. You want to get into it here?
Yeah, I was just going to say, and now that a lot of the focus in the last few days has been on this campground at Fort DeSoto. The Pinellas County Sheriff's Office reached out to Nico saying the FBI received the surveillance video from us yesterday. Please refer to them on any questions. They do not plan to release the footage as outlined under Statute 119.071. So in this instance, what we're hearing is that surveillance video from the park. Obviously, at issue here are the records of when the family went into the park to camp, the early dates in September. We showed you some of those reports on the reservation list. The attorney comes out to tell us that the family was out there from, I believe, the 6th through the 7th of September. The records indicated the 6th through the 8th that they checked in with their reservation. So now we're seeing some movement on the fact the FBI is interested on the video aspect of putting them there at the time. So it adds to the timeline of this whole thing.
Yep.
And what I find interesting, we couldn't determine yesterday or the day before if the FBI knew about this information early on. So it's interesting to me now that they're getting that video today, or yesterday rather, and this wasn't something they may have known weeks earlier.
We're going to take your hashtag HeyJB, hashtag HeyJosh comments here. For those of you who have been with us here on WFLA Now, you know how this works. If we see those hashtags, we can animate them on screen. And
okay, can I just say that, like, it is wild. It is so wild that seemingly that Dog the Bounty Hunter cracked this side of the investigation. Like, he was the one that figured it out. Maybe it's that he got tips that the FBI weren't getting because people felt safer talking to him. It's very possible. I know Dog was talking about how some people feel safer going to him, or I think WFLA was might have talked about it too, but somebody was talking about how, when it comes to, like, Dog has a hotline that you can call and talk about the whole situation. And there's also Crime Stoppers in Florida. That's a really big thing where you can put in anonymous tips. And when you go through these third parties, you can remain anonymous. And so I think that's the appeal and probably why Dog is getting these hot tips, because he, there is that level of anonymity that you can keep when you're doing that. I got some people jumping in the chat. We got a lot of people jumping on. Hi, hello, welcome. We're talking about this surveillance footage and Dog's new leads and this burner phone that seems to have finally come out, which is just insane. So we're just going to take a second for the comments. Someone named Adam just jumped in. I think this is a newcomer to our channel, our streams. So welcome. Hi, Adam. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for the greetings. Patricia says they are onto something. Adam says, personally, I don't feel that he's at the DeSoto campgrounds or the Carlton Reserve. I think that's totally valid. This whole thing has been crazy, and if it is the case that Brian was left at the DeSoto campground, that would have been from, between the 6th to the 8th. He could have gone on foot very, very far by now. We're at the 29th of September. Putting him at the 8th, that's 21 days ago. He could have gotten very, very far by now, even on foot. So who knows where in the boonies he could be. So Patricia says FBI took possession of the new phone that Brian's mom bought for Brian, confirmed by the campground. Confirmed by the FBI. Sorry, my chat just jumped. Confirmed by WFLA. Jesus. Adam said, interesting. Patricia says, Laundrie's stayed at a waterfront campsite, saw the confirmation in print. September 6th Laundrie record may still be evidence on the DeSoto campground. Got a bunch of new people on. Hello, welcome. Just Joy says, hey, hi, welcome to the stream. Let's see. Wade says, hi, do you do StreamYard? I'm trying it for the very first time, Wade, so we're figuring it out. Jordan, welcome Jordan, said, I'm just so confused as to where he could be now. I mean, I think we all are. I think a lot of people have been saying that they don't think that he's at the reserve that they were originally looking at. People have been saying that this whole time. So it's really astounding. He could, I mean, I've been saying it since day one. He could be anywhere. He could literally be anywhere at all. And again, if this is the timeline, if this is the true timeline that the family all went to this campground together from the 6th to the 8th, that, like I said, is 21 days ago. The last day technically of being at the campground was 21 days ago. If this was a case that, as a lot of people are alleging, as people are starting to push the narrative that, he was dropped there, that's 21 days. I mean, how far could you get on foot in 21 days? I think pretty far. Because even if you're on foot, I mean, she wasn't reported missing till the 11th, so he couldn't have gotten on a bus. He could have bought a bike somewhere. I mean, if they supplied him with a burner phone, they could have dropped him with a bicycle. At the very least, they could have, some people are saying watercraft and kayak. So it's really, anything is possible at this point. Let's see. I think we got some more comments. So 1 second, just kind of getting everything to work. Let's see here. Cody joined with us. Welcome, Cody. I think I said welcome earlier, but welcome again. And said, I'm thinking he left evidence at DeSoto, but have since left to North Carolina with Thomas Laundrie. Is Thomas his? I don't think that's his dad's name. You guys gotta let me know. I don't remember everybody's names now. I feel like everybody's just been addressing Brian's parents as his parents. So Cody, it's a little difficult. Oh no. Please stop. Sorry for the technical difficulties, guys. All right. Let's pop on over and see what else they have to say from WFLA.
And we will. But if you don't want your comment and your name and everything featured on our screen here on our live stream, just don't use the hashtag and let your comment continue scrolling on by. And of course, let's keep the train on the tracks with the comments here. Folks, we know that it's very, very easy for, folks.
Okay. What? Okay. Cody is saying that is his grandpa. All right, so
to just be tweeting out baseless conspiracy theories. We're here to keep the train on the tracks. I'll touch on what Brian Enton shared out a short time ago, and it comes from the Laundrie family attorney, Josh Stephen Bertolino. That's a name we've been talking quite a bit about. And he says, to my knowledge, they did purchase a new phone And it's the same phone that Brian left home and which the FBI is now in possession of. So we've been hearing all of this talk about a new phone that was purchased. Right. And now Stephen Bertolino, the Laundrie attorney, saying that there was a new phone that was purchased. And of course, we'll try to pinpoint more as to when that phone was purchased, where that fits into the timeline, but that the FBI now has that phone, which I think is an interesting inclusion there in his statement. So that's the latest that we have.
You could probably hear my
Brian
cat
Ensign of News Nation.
For attention.
Another angle too, obviously, Dog the Bounty Hunter, somebody who's very close to this case and on the trail, so to speak, for this case. That was big news a few days ago that brought the Fort DeSoto picture into a clearer lens and led a lot of people out there to either see their searches out there or now that they're trying to track down that they camped out there, in fact. So earlier today, I sent out a tweet about the reports I was getting about action in Fort DeSoto, and this was coming from inside of Dog's team. And they are out there on a search, as I know from what they're telling me. At the time of the tweet, reports of law enforcement on scene. It can confirm there's a law enforcement officer out there that.
Jesus. Let me get on track here. Sorry about that. Okay. Said okay. So sorry. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. All right. Welcome, Mary Poppins. Said, is it? Can somebody tell me if it's Lisa or Lissa? Because I feel like it could be said both ways. I've heard it say like Lissa as in Alyssa before, but I don't know if that was official. Chapman tweeted that the hunt will continue into the evening. You know, that's something that a lot of people, I feel like the FBI hasn't been doing that. As soon as it starts to get dark, they pull out, which is totally understandable. I mean, it's especially where they were at is really dangerous. There's a lot of really dangerous animals, and it is not a good idea to be out there at night. Not with all those alligators and crocodiles and snakes. A lot of people will literally throw their like pet snakes out into the Everglades, like literally just like foreign snakes, like boas and stuff like that, and they'll thrive out there. And there's been like crazy things where like a boa will get into a fight with like an alligator and one will end up eating the other. Like it's like no way, absolutely not a good idea to be out there. But you know, it's great if he feels comfortable doing that. Magazine joined. Yeah, that was really weird. I will say that. That's why they were blocked. You know what? Why am I not using this properly? Oh my gosh, I'm like very much getting used to these format. This is my first time using StreamYard. Look at that. I can show the dang comments. Liza joined the chat and said his parents' names are Chris and Roberta. I really appreciate that because I keep getting mixed up on that whole thing. I'm gonna, you know what? I have a notebook right here. I have a notebook and no pen. That's not helpful. All right, I have a notebook, and where did my pen go? Okay, I see a pencil. I'll be right back. All right, I got a notebook and a pencil. So, because I'm like, I've started to get to know the parents more. It's a little confusing because there's a lot of parents, because there's his parents, there's the siblings, there's the grandparents, like somebody pointed out. You know, and for all intents and purposes, Gabby had 2 sets of parents. So it's hard to keep up with everything. So Brian's parents, notebook it out. Roberta and Chris. I'm gonna make a dang family tree. Grandparent. That didn't look right. Was Thomas, I think somebody said earlier. Thomas. All right. So thank you guys both. And Liza is new here, so welcome to the stream. Also, there's a lot of new people, it seems like, popping on the stream right as we speak. So thank you guys all for joining me. This is so crazy and awesome, so I really appreciate you guys. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious said, I'm glad you like my name. It is an awesome name. Adam said, if you were in a swamp, you'd have to deal with mosquitoes, snakes, spiders, alligators, along with a lack of food and water. Yeah, that's very true. If you're new here, just so you know, I am from Florida. I'm not living in Florida currently. I've been living in Connecticut the last couple years. But Florida is 100% my home, so I'm very well aware of the Everglades and the habitat of that area. So if anybody has any questions about Florida, definitely let me know. Because then I can kind of help fill you guys in a little bit. I'm also gonna start covering, just like a side note, I'm gonna start covering the Mia Marcano missing persons case, and I'm gonna be dealing with a lot more missing persons cases from now on, because I think everybody deserves the help, and that's another Florida-based missing persons case, which I think I can bring a little bit of something extra to, in a sense, for you guys who are watching, just because I do know the area. All right, next one. Patricia says, "Yay, good job, Natty. Thank you so much." We're not even gonna talk about that comment. Should I move? All right. So magazine said, so either the FBI is 10 steps ahead of us, or they never called alerted all campgrounds about Brian, which is something I would think they did. Anything is possible at this point. Who knows? You know, it's kind of a hot mess. But somebody, my brain just went. All I could think was, somebody come get her. She's dancing. Like, that's all I can think of right now. I don't know where my brain went, but it was somewhere the heck else. Yeah, I mean, who knows? I still think it's like low-key hilarious that like Dog the Bounty Hunter broke the case on this part. And there is still the question of the Sun Pass. If you guys are not from Florida, if you guys have tolls in your area, we have tolls all over Florida. They're called Sun Pass tolls. That's just what they're called. That's just the system that we use up north. They use Easy Pass a lot. But we have Sun Pass in Florida, and there is a Sun Pass toll to get onto the campground. So there is the question of, you know, do we have footage from that? Can we pull the footage from that toll? Because that's always taking photos and stuff. So that'll be really interesting. What? Liza said there was a video trending on Twitter today where a guy in socks and shower shoes captured an alligator in a big garbage container in front of his Florida home. Yeah, I think you mean like the guy in front of his own home. That sounds like Florida. That really does sound like Florida. Patricia says, good point, Adam. After the DeSoto campground deal, the parents then supposedly left Brian's car at Carrollton Reserve. Interesting. Yeah, anything is possible at this point. And if this is a situation that they dumped his car there, you know, I still want to know, there's got to be something out there, some kind of a camera at the entrance, maybe somewhere, hopefully. I mean, I know that there's some like nature preserves and different like state parks that don't have any cameras anywhere. But come on, there's got to be some footage of them somewhere, even on the road, of Brian supposedly pulling up to the Carrollton Reserve in his Mustang, you know, or maybe the Mustang wasn't there at all. Because has anybody, for the love of God, seen anything that has a real tangible proof that his car was there in the first place? Because to me, anybody could say that they went and picked up his car from the reserve. Was it actually there? There was this back and forth of, you know, was his car, that his car had like a notice on it. Does anybody have evidence of this notice that the car had been sitting there and somebody needed to come pick it up? That's my question. Adam says, yes, that's feasible. So somebody is doubting the abilities of Dog the Bounty Hunter. This TV actor is somehow doing better than the whole FBI. LMAO, the USA FBI is being beaten by Dog the Bounty Hunter. America, LMFAO. Yeah, right. Again, you can have your thoughts on it and your opinions on Dog and stuff like that and the FBI. You know, I can totally see why some people might feel more comfortable going to him than they do to the law enforcement themselves. That's why they have things like Crime Stoppers in Florida, where you can do anonymous tips instead of having to disclose who you are. Some people just don't want that. Don't want to be known. So, maybe people just trusted him more to give him a tip. But it is funny, but also at the end of the day, he was a legitimate bounty hunter for many years before he was ever on TV, and he still is. So it's not like a question of like it's like an acting thing. Like he had a reality show, but he legitimately has been a bail bondsman and a bounty hunter for many, many years. This is a great question. Ooh, what just happened? Dragon Man, welcome, says, hi, do you think this will fall off the radar if they don't find anything soon? Okay, so I was wondering the same thing as of late, but I will say that to an extent, anything's possible. It's very easy and pretty likely that things fall off. I mean, look at the news cycle, especially here in the US. The news cycle is like this. It's constantly going. And it's kind of a mess, and we're programmed for very short bits of time, and our attention spans are getting shorter and shorter, so anything's possible. But it seems like we are consistently daily getting new flow of information, and so I think that's going to continue to attract the attention of people, continue to take over the news, because there is this feeding of information, and it's at such movement where it really can continue feeding into the news. So it's really it's possible, but I think that it's going to keep going. And I think this case has really surpassed anything else. And I remember when the Casey Anthony case was happening, and that thing start to finish, people were on top of it. And this seems like it has way more attention than Casey Anthony's case did. So I think that this might not fall off for a long time, especially if this pace of information keeps happening. But thank you again for joining us. Derailed News said, and welcome to you. FBI would be less forthcoming with information as it pertains to the search. It's possible they had a lot of this info. It is very possible. I've wondered the same thing. It's something that people will admit, that law enforcement do not want to put out what they know, because they do not want to taint their search. They don't want other people getting involved, because they don't want to taint the search and the chain of command. Not chain of command, but the chain of accountability. And that's really, really important when it comes to investigations and any kind of evidence. It can be very easily said that something was tampered with because somebody else is getting in the middle of it, like Dog. So he can be really helpful. Maybe he's more helpful to us than he is to the actual investigation. Maybe they did know the whole time. And maybe he's really just feeding, it to us, and satisfying the public instead of it, and it might have been something that they already knew, and it might be hindering the FBI. Who knows? We'll never know, more than likely, the inner workings of what was going on here. Patricia commented in and said, Adam, was there communication between Brian and his parents after the DeSoto camping trip? Maybe Brian Laundrie plotted a diversion. It's very possible that anybody did anything. Maybe that was their whole point of going camping. Maybe not. Who knows at this point? Shorty said, get him, Dog. Welcome, Shorty. But yeah, it's very positive. We love that. We love the sentiment. I hope, at the end of the day, I hope somebody catches him. There is a $170,000 reward out there for who captures him. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but there is a whole lot of money out there that a lot of people put up between. It was, a law office and a neighbor put in a bunch of money, and a musician and a bunch of random people. So there's a lot of money in this race right now to try to bring Brian to justice. So hopefully hopefully we can get some more info soon. Whoa. My chat jumped. There we go. Okay. Derailed said the alligator video was pretty wild. Good job by the dude. Somebody send me this alligator video. Can somebody DM me? Because that sounds hilarious and very Florida. Scariest Florida video I ever saw was this alligator that seemed like he was just standing up. Like he had the longest legs I've ever seen on an alligator. That was creepy as hell. That was very creepy. Very Florida. Crystal hopped on and said, hello, everyone. Hi, Crystal. I think you're wearing Mickey ears, which is hilarious because I'm about to go to a Disney thing in a second. And I got my Snuggly Duckling shirt on and I was going to wear some Mickey ears. So what's up, Crystal? Welcome. Adam says that's possible, Patricia. Magazine said, my parents be frantic out there looking for me or held up at home. His parents are so chill. I think he either never left home or is with someone they trust. Well, I don't think he's in that house because the FBI did raid the house. So there's no way he's in. I mean, I guess there is some way if he's like in a damn wall somewhere in the house, but who knows? Could you imagine if all of a sudden we ended up finding out that he was like hiding in a wall somewhere, like all those like creepy pastas of like people hiding in somebody else's house? That'd be crazy. How crazy would that be? Patricia says, remember the parents lawyered up right after Brian returned home. That's very true. That thing is crazy. There's so many parts to this. All right, thank you. I really appreciate Derailed coming up for Dog. He riding for Dog out here. To be fair, Dog has been doing this for 45 years. Solved several high profile cases over the years. Yeah, there we go. Liza said, yeah, Natty, isn't that how the authorities knew Brian returned to Florida on the first toll booth cameras? I have never heard the confirmation as to how they knew that he returned to September 1st. If it was just confirmation by the neighbors or if it was the toll booths. That would be amazing to find out. So if somebody could let me know, I don't know. If somebody has info on that, could somebody let me know? I think Adam here was just confirming back with Patricia and saying that they chose, yes, that's quite true, and chose not to communicate or cooperate with police or the FBI. Oh my goodness. Also, Derailed, is it okay if I just call you D? Let me know. If anybody has a nickname that they want me to use instead of their screen name, also let me know. So D said, Dog seems to think that the capture is imminent. Mighty bold statement. I hope he's right. I have been thinking the same thing, so thank you for pointing that out. That is very true. It is a very bold statement. And I do hope he's right. That would be amazing. Patricia commented in, constant updates on this case keep coming forth daily. Legitimate sightings, pics, videos, recorded docs, and key statements are keeping us interested. That's very true, and it's so important right now. And it's crazy timing, and it's great timing to keep it going. I wonder how far they're like Gabby's parents just got tattoos yesterday, all four of them. Which is her two biological and her two step parents. They all got tattoos in Gabby's honor, like the tattoos that she had. And so that'll be really interesting to see if that makes any, I don't know, like that was such a point yesterday, but I don't know if anybody's talking about that anymore, which is really sad. I think that was a really sweet sentiment. D said, thank you, good discussion. Nick Hurst is back. What is up, Nick? Welcome back. I love it when you guys join me again. It's so fun because over time we start to get to know each other and we start to be able to expand about things that we talked about last time. Like it's so fun. So I hope you guys continue to come back with me, and it just makes the conversation that much better. Patricia said, because of Dog's public interviews, the people who camped next to Laundrie's came forward with their pics and statements, hoping more people will realize that they may have evidence in days ahead. I hope so too. I hope so too. And I'm gonna, you know what? With that being said, I am gonna pull up really fast the that video. Let's see if I can grab it. Let's see. Hamburgers. Come on. Come on. Are we gonna this is not what I'm looking for at all. Does anybody know the title of the video? Laundrie family footage. Come on. Oh, wait, so the family attorney confirmed the that they were at the campground? You know, I saw the video earlier. Like, I saw the video earlier come up on my feed. I didn't get a chance to watch it of the campground, like people taking video. Oh, okay, here we go. Found it. Found it. All right, let's switch our view real quick. All right, here we go.
Has talked to the team.
Nope.
Matter of fact, I got sent the business card of the.
Oops, hold on. Sorry, guys. One more second. One more second. Somebody come get her. I'm gonna have that stuck in my head all day. Oh man. All right, come on. All right, well that does its thing. I'm gonna move back to my view and we can talk about it. D said, I'm very confident
Let's talk about your pits.
No. What the heck? So yeah, D said that I don't know what your pronouns are, so I'm just gonna say they. That D says they're very confident that these parents know way more than they have provided, which isn't much. I mean, it's very possible. You know, and they're starting to provide more. You know, they knew that the phone situation, they knew about the campground, and now they're confirming it through the attorney. I think that it's gonna be a situation the whole time, you know, kicking and screaming to get info, and you know, if something comes up and they get to a point where they have to disclose it because everybody's figured it out, and to save their own butts they're gonna have to say it, then they're gonna do it, which seems to be what they've been doing this whole time. Shorty said, get him, dog. Yes. Nick said camera saw him. Patricia said it was confirmed by Toll Booth's timestamp. WFLA showed the picture the last week. I guess I missed that, so thank you for letting me know. D said, I remember hearing it was Toll Booth records / cameras. I don't have it in front of me, not 100% sure. Okay, my chat jumped. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with you guys. You guys are like saying so much. I appreciate it. I love it. Here we go. All right, we're gonna pause that. We're gonna let that load. D said, you can call me Drew. Yeah, sorry, it's a long channel name, but I wanted the name to properly reflect my channel. Okay, that's fair. That's very fair. I've been thinking about changing my channel name, so I totally get it. To reflect more what I've been doing, or what I'm starting to do. Bobby, do I know you? Have you been on before? If not, welcome back. Thank you for joining us joining with us, and said, dog says search is going into the evening. Somebody did say that earlier, but thank you for bringing it up. Patricia said, hey, Nick, welcome back. Nick said, thank you. Thank you for coming back, Nick. Like I said, it's really awesome to have you guys back on here. Like Patricia said, wow, it's so great to see you all on here. Bobby said, well, you go, girl. And well, Crystal said, I like it here. Nice channel. Thank you so much. That's very, very sweet of you. And I wish I could see your photo a little bit bigger just because I'm such a Disney nerd. I don't want to see your mini ears. And Drew said, I'm a he. LOL. Yeah, I like to double check. You know, I don't want to assume anybody's anything at this point, right? Let's see what else. Aw, thank you so much, Nick. That is so sweet. Nick said, smash that like button, everyone. Helps the algorithm so more people can see the stream. Thank you so much. That is really, really sweet of you. And it really does help a lot. And I guess while we're here, please subscribe if you are interested in keeping up with the Gabby Petito case with me. I am sticking with this. I'm streaming pretty much every single day. And like I said, I'm going to start doing more missing persons cases because everybody deserves the attention and everybody deserves to have their family home with them. So that's what we're trying to do here. And, you know, hopefully by spreading the word, we can help out. And I mean, look at how many people by spreading the word, all of the photos from, you know, Red, White, and Bethune to the Mary Piglets information to now the campground video and photo. There's so much info that's come out because the word is spread. So the more we can talk about it, the more we spread the word on missing persons, the more people we can hopefully help come home or at least give closure to their families. So hopefully I will be starting that, the Mia Marcano case very, very soon. I've been taking notes on that. Drew said male, whatever, not fail, fair. Oh my gosh, I'm like getting tongue-tied. Bro, what a good name. Baba Yaga, such a good name. I love that. Thank you for joining us. Said, what's up to Drew? Yep, Derailed is Drew. My aunt's joining the chat again today. Hi, Nina. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. We're just getting into it. Things have been crazy. Things have been so crazy. If you're just joining the chat, there's some more people joining right now. So just as a recap as to what's been going on, essentially, you know, there's been that couple from Fort Myers that supposedly camped next to the Laundrie family at the campground. There has been surveillance footage that the FBI now has a hold of, but they are not showing to everybody that blah 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 blah. They are showing they're not, you know, giving to the public this surveillance footage of the family at the campground. And the family has now confirmed and handed over a burner phone that they had for Brian. So that's pretty wild. Things are getting wild. Adam said, good evening, everyone. Liza, I'm guessing, is talking about the subscribe and the like button. Said, smashed it already. Thank you, Liza. I really appreciate it. And Patricia's joining that love train and said, also subscribe and hit that bell to get Natty's notification. Thank you. I love my rep team. Thank you guys so much. You guys are so sweet. Yeah, make sure you hit that bell and make sure that you hit it to all notifications so that you actually get my notifications, because YouTube will do whatever it wants. And then that way you are alerted when I go on live stream. I'm still trying to figure out StreamYard, but it seems like it's working really well. I love being able to have your comments on screen, and I hope you guys are enjoying that too. Whoa, I meant to click on Drew's. That's funny. I guess they, Drew and Baba Yaga know each other. Said, good to see you again. Somebody named Sasha just joined the chat. Welcome, welcome. And said, can I get an oh yeah? Oh yeah! Whoa, can my chat, my chat keeps jumping. My aunt says, hello, hi, I love you. Thank you for joining me again. Perfect 10, that's a hilarious screen name. I love that. Is repping dog right now. Get him, and a bunch of dog emojis. That's hilarious. Nick, when did you just in the middle of the stream change your photo, or what happened? Did you just change your screen photo? Your I don't even know what the words are escaping me right now. But when did you change your photo? That's hilarious. Nick said, dog is all over. I think he will find him relatively soon. We hope. We hope. We hope somebody finds him very soon. You know, this is getting ridiculous. Patricia says, yep, hit all for notifications. Thank you. And Perfect 10 said, go, dog, go. Oh, whoa, whoa. My chat keeps jumping. I didn't mean to click that. Somebody named Matt just joined the chat, so welcome, Matt. Thank you so much for joining us. And said, yeah, I've been watching it. He's really close. Dog will definitely get him. He has canines on them now. I was just trying to show that footage. They were not really showing too much. It was just, I thought there was going to be some kind of something being talked about at the same time, but it was just kind of the canines getting on a boat, which is kind of funny, to be honest. Nick said, yeah, haha, about 10 minutes ago. I know, I was like, what happened? We went from the Nick Hurst Investigates logo to, I guess, Nick's face, so it's funny to finally see your face. Patricia says, dog has Brian under his microscope. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. That is such, I love that. Yes, I love that. Oh, this is an interesting comment by Bobby. Says, what was your take on the spotting of Brian in the alleged, I'm going to say the alleged spotting of Brian in North Carolina, with Brian dressed in a red shirt, tag registered as Uncle Thomas. Somebody said that